Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome. Another edition of Dope Conversations with Dope People. You see her sitting here, the young visionary, the luminous.
Oh, stop
Tai'Aysha
it.
in the building. What's going on, girl? Welcome.
Oh, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great right now. I'm glad that y'all were able to pull up today. You know, I've heard a lot about you. I've been listening. I'm super excited.
You like what you hear?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm
Absolutely.
so happy to hear that.
Yeah, so usually the way I start my interviews off, I like to give flowers first off. Because, of course, this is a hell of a way for you to come out the gate with a brand new single that you're shopping around everywhere. You're going to different places. You're traveling. To my understanding, this is kind of like the first time you've gone down that road, right?
Yes, and you know what? It's really exciting. I've been having a lot of new feelings throughout the process, like nerves and excitement, but, you know, it's really fun. What's really bothering me today, though, is I'm having boy problems.
Boy problems.
Yes, I got a perturbing text today.
A perturbing text? What did the text say?
The text said, enjoy your time on the road. I won't be here when you get back.
Dang!
Yeah, and that's what happens when you turn a one-night ting into a part-time ting.
That's going to be part 2 of One Night Ting.
Yeah.
Listen, but I don't think people realize it's a double-edged sword when you're dating or seeing an entertainer or an artist, because you're going to be the subject matter of that next song. So y'all better be careful out there, okay? Don't get on her bad side.
I mean, he's not my boyfriend, just a little thing.
See, you see what you did? You know what you did now. Now, I want to get to the beginning. You know, this is your first time out. I'm sure you've gone through all this stuff. What's going on right there? What's going on? It's good to see you.
No,
Welcome to the...
That's my brother calling.
Welcome to the interview. Yeah, I don't want to put it on blast just in case.
No,
but
that's okay.
But yeah, so you're from Boston originally?
I'm from Mass originally, not specifically Boston, but, you know, I lived there for a while, moved around a lot.
When you say a while, how long?
I was born there, and I lived there till 3 years ago.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So you went to Miami, correct?
Yes.
What brought you to Miami?
Music, like everything else.
Okay,
Music
so
brought me.
So music, when did you start getting interested in music? Not even doing music. When you were first like, you know what, I think this may be where I want to go.
1998.
That's when
I
you
slid
were
out
born.
my mom.
I love it. I love it. So
it just like is in my blood. It's in my veins.
So from the beginning, because I understand you were dancing first, or did you do both at the same time?
I mean, you know, I always wanted to get into singing. Like, I always wanted to explore, but I felt like I didn't have the resources. Like, I couldn't get to a producer. I couldn't get to a studio. So when I was granted that opportunity, can I curse on iHeart?
Yeah, I can edit it. That's
okay.
fine.
Yeah, you know, when I was granted that opportunity, I just like grabbed it by the balls.
And that's what, you know, and I have this conversation all the time because on my show, a lot of like people who are up and coming tend to tune in to see what's going on. And I think it is important realizing where you are currently and understanding that you need to evolve. So whatever decision you need to make, whether it's being around certain circles or even, like you said, moving to Miami or somewhere like that to be around that energy, it's worth it for the brand.
I mean, I always wanted to live in South Florida too, so it's way better than being in the cold.
I was going to say, yeah, I grew up in New York, so I understand.
I grew up in New York.
You being... You being in Massachusetts, like, nah, this whole vibe out here, especially for the wintertime.
Like, it doesn't fit my vibe because my outfits, I love to be kind of like half naked. So all my jewelry shows. And you can't do that when it's snowing.
Nah.
Plus, I hate shoes.
You hate shoes? You seem like a more holistic, you know, Erykah Badu walking around just like,
you know
not
what?
even chancleta vibe, just like regular barefoot vibe.
Yeah, I love to be barefoot. It makes me feel grounded. But it's so funny. I was having a conversation with my brothers the other day, and they were like, Tai'Aysha, you like mad spiritual. I was like, how? And then they started calling out mad bullshit about me. They're like, oh, you got the crystals on your belly, and you got this, and you got that. And
started to look at herself like.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe I like really am, you know?
You didn't even realize it?
Yeah, sometimes when things are like ingrained, I guess, you don't notice.
It becomes a part of you, and you don't really realize it until somebody brings it up to you, just like that, right? But your heritage is Cambodian and Dominican?
Yes.
Which side, if any, do you, I guess, identify with more?
I mean, like, I have way more fun with my Dominican side, but I have fun with my Khmer side, too. I don't like to pick and choose. You know, I'm literally half down the middle.
All right, cool. That's why I wanted to know, because I know a couple people that are like in between, like they may lean one way compared to the other. So I can definitely see just the way you carry yourself as well, and even through the music that you do tend to like play the middle.
Yeah.
And when it comes to your music, you said, you know, you've been interested in this since you came out your mother's room. What was the sonics around the house back in the day? What kind of music were you hearing?
Dance hall, bachata, merengue, soca, R&B, hip hop, rap, literally everything.
Mm-hmm. That's why I stage that for y'all to understand the type of musical palette that she has right now that's coming out. Because, of course, you have, you know, One Night Ting that's out right now. Y'all need to stream that up, go on YouTube, do all that right now, please. But there's a whole bunch more sonic-wise that you can, you know, hitch yourself to and go down those roads. It's not just like the day vibe, good times, even though that is what you're about, right? Like the positive vibes.
For sure. You know, I feel like everything is so serious, especially lately. I kind of just like, especially with the first few songs that I put out, I just want to give everybody a breath of fresh air.
I love that too. As
time goes on and like, you know, maybe I get older, maybe I get more emotional, I go through more things, then I think that will be cool in my development as an artist.
Yeah. And I think that's important too, because you saw The Weeknd do the same thing recently with Dawn FM, where we were in the pandemic and everything was all sullen and downtrodden. He's like, you know what, I want to make a record that people can just jam to, have a good time to. And I think it's important, especially for you coming out right now, to drop right now with the summer a couple months away in spring.
Yes.
You get the summer vibes right now.
Yeah, One Night Ting is like mint gum.
Ooh, I like that. Like the little fresh pick-me-up?
Yeah, like,
I like that. I like that. So this is really your first time going on like a press run, I guess you could say, right? How's it been?
I think I'm like a road junkie.
Road junkie?
Like, I feel like as soon as I get home, I want to be back. I'm having so much fun, you know? I'm meeting so many people. And I'm like I really get to do what I love. It's so cool. I feel so like grateful and humble.
Yeah, to travel around doing what you love and promoting your own brand, you understand, is the ultimate. So you live in that right now.
It's so cool.
You were born in 98, so you 23, 24? I was doing my math in my head.
I'm 23. You're better than me because I suck at math.
I was like, wait a second, let me get this down. But that's beautiful. So those are the positives. Have you seen the negatives of being on the road all the time yet?
No.
Not yet?
No. I mean,
not the bathroom breaks, you got to hold it down for a while, none of that yet?
I mean, I didn't get that much sleep last night, but it wasn't from being on the road.
What were you doing? She said, listen, we're going to keep that, you know, on the low, just going to relax.
Yes.
Now, of course, you coming out and showing people exactly who you are, the music, you got Saweetie on the track, just your overall vibe. I've been seeing, especially on social media, a lot of people are, you know, going towards the vibe. Like, she reminds me of like young Rihanna and all that, which I can understand, but I can imagine for you trying to establish yourself as an artist. It's not annoying, like, it feels good to be compared to that, but it's like, I'm my own artist, right?
Yes, you know, I've been hearing that since like middle school. Oh my God, you look like Rihanna. So, I mean, I'm used to it, and I think she's one of like the greatest artists of our time. So to even dare be compared to something like that is insane. I think people are just shocked by my face. So I think once people get past that a little bit, hopefully I'll be like loved and respected as my own artist.
Right. Because people go by the surface area not understanding exactly what goes on the inside.
Yes, don't judge a book by its cover.
That's right. That's right. But it makes sense though, because like on TikTok, I saw you have like 1.1 Milli on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know how it literally happened like overnight, because I was just doing the same thing. I've been posting videos of myself dancing since like right when I got out of high school, because I was like, oh, my mom can't tell me nothing no more. I'm 18.
Yeah, grown vibes. He's like, listen, I could run my own stuff now.
Exactly. So that was like 2016. But when TikTok came around, I was like, okay, like, you know, I'll just do the same thing. And wapa.
So did it happen like during the pandemic type thing that everything caused it?
No, I was one of the people who was on TikTok when it was lame to be on TikTok.
Got you. Where everybody was doing like you dance though. It's a difference between that and like the viral dances and all that.
Yeah, I've only learned like one TikTok dance.
Be like.
And I like literally ran it into the ground because my followers were like, oh, it's the only one you know. But yeah, no, I just like to vibe. I don't even think I'm like the best dancer in the world. I think I just like I'm expressive and people like to see that.
Well, I think that's what drives them in. Number one, just your vibes. You understand? Just the aura that you have, and especially being on front of the camera. Because of course, I've seen what you do and all that, so it's easy to get drawn in. And I think it's important for you, especially to. She said, "Oh," but it was important for you to do that too, because now that you're working on the music a lot more, you have a platform now to show people like, listen, like this is coming. You're doing the behind the scenes.
Yes.
Letting people know the vibe. Like we're not just dancing. You also do like the fashion tutorials, which I love as well. That's dope.
Because people love my style, and I feel like I'm everybody's kind of big sister because I'm the oldest cousin and I'm the oldest of all my brothers and sisters. So I'm really used to being like, hey, do this, do that, have safe sex, don't do drugs.
Letting people know the exact things. Listen, just be safe out there.
Yes.
It's like you said when you graduated high school, right? It's like, all right, I'm grown, I could do what I want. But just be safe when you do it.
Yes,
you understand?
be safe.
Just be safe, all right?
Yes.
So fast forward to now, like we've been talking about the press run. I go on like Instagram, I go on YouTube. Your family is all in the comments. Thank y'all for streaming it up.
They're so crazy.
How does it feel for not only your family, but for complete strangers to be attaching themselves to you and be showing you love now?
I mean, I'm like really, really grateful. I'm grateful that, all my grandparents are alive, thank God.
That's beautiful.
They get to see me, live my dream. And I'm grateful that people who don't even know me just see me on a screen, feel some kind of connection to me, because that means I'm touching people's hearts, And I think that's one big reason that I love music.
It's another way to go out there and really help people out. Because I seen in the comments, a lot of people like, yo, one Night Ting, like this is the vibe I needed after this and that. And it's like you don't really understand the power that you have or the voice that you have until something like that comes out and you get like the feedback,
Yeah.
Do you remember what was the like one positive feedback that you first got off of a song that you're like, oh, like this is a thing now?
When people were telling me that they like my voice, because I always felt like my voice was annoying and I'm kind of like
I feel like
nasal.
we all feel like that, right?
Yeah, right? But when people were like, oh my God, I love your voice, I started to like appreciate it too, So I think that was the first like positive comment that kind of stick to me.
So at that time, did you already release music or were you just like, did they hear you in a video or in person?
Yeah, I was posting like snippets and stuff.
Snippets?
Yeah.
Got you.
And like if I'm in the studio, posting little stories, like that.
I like that. Now, throughout this whole journey, have you experienced anything so far as in like a failure that you overcame to get to where you are right now?
I fail every day.
So explain to me one of those, just one of those. Just pick and choose one, no matter what it is. I just want to know.
Okay, so I just started, like we were talking about, this is my first like run around. And I was in like a radio station for the first time. This was like yesterday or 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Okay, so it was 2 days ago.
Shout out to the team, by the way. The whole team's in there.
Yes.
Y'all gonna see them in a second.
No, 2 days ago, I sat down and I was so nervous, like super shy. And I felt like I didn't put my best foot forward. So I was really beating myself for the rest of the day about it. And then I sat and I thought about it and I was like, you know what? A lot of people wouldn't be able to sit in a chair. A lot of people have difficulty like conversing with people.
Absolutely.
Let alone like into a microphone or on the radio or on a camera. So that was the most recent one I can think of.
Got you.
I got over it quick, and now I've been like killing every interview.
Yeah, she's like, I'm used to this now.
Yes.
Cause like even myself, I've been doing this radio thing for probably like a year and a half, 2 years, actually like interviewing people, doing stuff like that. But to this day, like I'll still get like the butterflies or like right now, like my lips are a little chapped. I'm like, all right, let's get it together. Like you go through certain anxieties that you can't really handle, but it's about what you do to overcome it and to press forward. You know what I mean? So just the fact that you're doing that on the first run is super dope. So you already know, you keep on going. People are like, yo, Tai'Aysha's killing this. Do you remember when she first came in and she just said one word and all that?
Yes. No, it's all about like, it's not about how you fall. It's about how you get back up.
That's right. That's right. And what you learn in the journey. But listen, we've been talking about it. Let's get straight to it. The debut single, One Night Ting, out right now. Once again, go stream that video up on YouTube. We were watching it before they came in. Like we said, summer vibes.
Yes.
A great, background to it, the songwriting. You know what I mean? One Night Ting. Y'all know exactly what we're talking about with that, right? But produced by the genius, of course, like the Shabba Ranks, sample on there. If y'all don't know, he produced for Shinsea. He got Controller. He contributed on that. He did a lot of stuff with Burna Boy. So how did that relationship start off?
I actually met him one time in LA in a studio session. And it's so funny. I am like such a fan of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know so many of his songs and like kind of grew up on it, right? And they're like, oh, you're going to see the genius. You're going to see the genius. And I was kind of just like, just going around. So I sat with him, I met him, and then afterwards when I realized who he was, I was like, oh, shit. Oh, I was like, oh, dang,
So you were just conversing with him back and forth, not even knowing that was him?
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like, I love your beats. Like, oh, so cool. And then I realized it was him. I was like floored. And then I texted him. I was like, yo. Because, sometimes you hear... Not that you ignore a drop in a song, but sometimes you hear it and it just feels like,
It's just like a part of the song. You don't really...
It feels like a part of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not always the most attentive. That's why I don't drive. Yeah.
Just in case?
Yeah.
We going to work on that. We going to make sure you get some Celsius or something like that so you can get in
What's
the whip.
What's Celsius?
You ever heard... Have y'all had Celsius before? Celsius is like an energy drink, right? Super fire, but it's not like... Red Bull where you're going to crash, whatever the case is. It's the good stuff. I'm telling you. You'll be fine with it. So you meet him for the first time. To tell you the truth, that probably helped you out because you probably would have been a little, if you knew that was him that you were speaking to.
No, I would have just sang one of his songs to him.
Got you. So you guys got that together. How far along down the process does it get to you both creating this track right here?
Well, I mean, it's funny because I had met him. And then I was in another session with my A&R, Daryl Jones. And he's like, Tai'Aysha, I think I have a song for you. And I was like, okay, let's hear it. Then I hear the Shabba sample. I was like, oh, that's fire, because I love the Tingling song. Like, when I hear that in the club, I go crazy.
It's a classic.
Yes, for sure. So I heard that. And then I heard the Genius drop. And I was like, oh.
This is it.
Yes.
This is it.
Then I heard the record, and I was like, oh, this is so me. So I hopped on it like that night, and the rest is history.
See, I love that. And even the video treatment too. Go stream that up right now, of course, YouTube. Super fly. Like you and like that circular fire ting and you just going to work.
That was my favorite part.
How was that experience?
Being in the fire?
Yeah.
I almost got burnt.
Girl?
Yes, because the fire guy, he wasn't paying attention. And, I had all the feathers hanging off my bum.
Yeah,
and
one job.
Literally. And I was wearing heels too. Like I said, I don't like shoes. So heels is like a total F over. And I hop into the fire. I'm going in. And as soon as I'm stepping in, like going over, whapa, it goes up.
Oh, my good Lord.
Yes. So I was almost a burnt chicken with the feathers.
Like, yo, what happened to her? Like, yo, we didn't want to have a conversation about this.
Yeah.
Just
and then people
worry.
was screaming at him, get off your phone, pay attention. I was like, oh, this is awesome, like a princess.
She's like, get fired, man. Matter of fact, get out of here, Matt.
No, I was the one who got fired. But yeah, no, but it was warm in there. I hate being cold, so I could have just chilled there for a while.
But I love it, man. The whole treatment for the video works so well. And also, so you created with the genius. Where does Saweetie come into the whole equation? Was it afterwards?
No, actually, when I heard the record that day, she was like on the reference. And I was like, yo, I have to keep her on this track. So I called everybody. I was like, get Saweetie. And then she did it. And she did like a few different versions of her verse. And finally, like, we had one that it was just like, and not to be biased, but I think it's like one of her best verses to date.
No, she got off.
Yeah, she was like, she went in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind now, like, I just love where we're at right now, specifically just with Sonics, with the ladies like her. You look at Meg, you look at the City Girls. Mm-hmm. And even just R&B, there's a lot like Joyce Rice. You got so many different, Snow Allegra, people like this, right? Mm-hmm. like the ladies are killing it in each and every genre.
Yes.
So I feel like for you to have her on that type of track, and she was really rapping on there, and then you bring what you bring to the table. It's a great like 1-2 punch, like a yin yang type situation.
Yes.
So I think that's why a lot of people are, you know, getting towards it, like getting like moths to a flame type thing. They're like, oh, I like this vibe.
You know, it's a real girly song. Like,
Well, I remember you saying like the music that you make, you want to be like, once you hear it, number one, you make it for the ladies, and number two, you're like, yo, once I hear it, I want to drink, I want to be on the beach.
because that's what I do.
Right.
So I feel like if the music don't match, then what does it all mean?
Exactly. So it's very on brand for you. There's another one too, and I got a bone to pick with you because it's not out yet. I think I heard the snippet
We have beef?
on TikTok, just a little bit, not too much.
Oh, God.
I think the record's called Motion.
I love that song.
That record sounds crazy.
I love that song. I'm going to play it for you after we're done
Please
here.
do.
Yeah.
Because I understand, of course, we said it before, you work on a lot of music behind the scenes that people don't know of yet.
Yes.
But that joint specifically, I was like, I see what they're doing here. I know what they're doing here.
And you know what? Like when Aaliyah, the Rock the Boat video, I literally know all the choreography because when I was little, I used to just put it on the TV and try and copy her. So I know the whole thing.
That's what she gets the hip thrust through, all that shit right there.
Yeah,
all that ish right there. I mean, see, bugging out over here. But yeah, I would love to hear Motion. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, with the project that you're working on, we're gonna get some more vibes of those.
I hope so. Yeah, you know, I feel like 3 or 4 albums done. At least I have so much music backed up, but I just want to make sure that everything that I put out like means something.
Yeah,
and leaves a little stamp.
I think that's the dope thing about you specifically as well is that you're trusting the process. Like you're not forcing anything. No, it could have been easy for you to, you know, put a lot of records out, heat the streets up, but you're like, listen, here's the one record right now. We got a lot going on the outside. If you want to see those, go to my social. You understand? And then we'll work from there. Yes. That's definitely part of the marketing plan, right?
Yes.
So we got that. Of course, we keep on saying, man, run them numbers up. It's out right now. We about to play it as well right here on the Weekend Wave. So don't worry. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. Album mode. What's going on? How close are you? I know you said you have a lot of records in the stash, but when it comes to this one complete project, how close are you?
Okay, so I have single 1, which is Night Ting. Then I have single 2 that's going to be coming out soon. And then my third record, you know, they say third time's the charm. So I really want my third record to indicate Tai'Aysha. And I'm not sure if I have it and I have to revisit it or if I just haven't made it yet.
I like that.
Yes. So I'm not trying to rush. You asked if it was going to be an album.
Well, whatever the project's going to be, whether it's an EP or...
I'm not trying to rush anything. I want it to be chef's kiss.
Just, like Homeboy, what's his name?
Salt
Be
Bae.
like that, Salt Bae. Do that right there on the track. What time you thinking of... well, I know you're not forcing it. Think it's going to be out here by like summertime-ish?
I don't know.
Like, people behind the scenes, but like, yo, we milking this. I like that. Listen, but that's what it's about, man. I'm just super excited to hear everything y'all got behind the scenes because Night Ting is out right now. Once again, go stream that up. Y'all know exactly where Tai'Aysha's coming from, man. Like, it's going to heat the streets up. It's already heating the streets up. And it's still cold. It's cold even in Florida.
I have been freezing.
I don't know
what
the hell.
I'm just stealing everybody's jacket.
Listen, that's it. And we came in here. It's cold. I felt bad. I was like, I'm super sorry.
No, it's okay. I got used to it.
So, Tai'Aysha, what else do you have in store for 2022? What else you working on? You're trying to get some live performances. Of course, we're doing the press run right now.
Yes. I want to do everything. I just want to be the best version of Tai'Aysha possible, whatever that means. That's my goal for 2022. And freedom. Freedom. I'm hoping this will be my year of freedom.
As in?
I don't know. Just in general.
I like that. I like that. Keep it open-ended.
Yes.
I like that. What about, it's Super Bowl weekend. What you getting into? Y'all, what plans y'all got?
Well, Tom Brady is not playing, so I don't really care.
Listen, that's what it's about, man. Once again, Night Ting out right now. Tai'Aysha, thank you so much for pulling up on us, man.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Super excited, like I said, to see what you guys got coming up next, man. We're going to play Night Ting in just a second, so y'all keep it locked right here. Dope conversations with dope people. Weekend Wave. Tai'Aysha, let them know where they can follow you and all that right now. Please.
You can follow me on Instagram. That's at Tai'Aysha. And then from there, you can find everything else you're looking for.
That's it, baby. Tune in. Tai'Aysha here to stay. Heating the streets up right now. We're going to holla at y'all.